Um, you and the girls of En Vogue have reunited and split up, multiple times
Multiple times.
over what the last 10 or 15 years.
Hmm.
Where do we stand right now?
Well, we stand that I am on my own, and that is where I'm going to remain. Because the last time we tried to get together, I wanted the same respect that Rhona got. Rhona is a new member of the group. She's been with them longer, but Rhona is a new member of the group. She was
Mm-hmm.
not an original member. And if you're going to respect her, then you're going to respect me the same way. And Maxine required the same respect, and they didn't want to do that. For instance, I wanted to have someone come in and just record some of the footage that we would have in our reunion for Maxine and I. And I asked their manager, and I called him and I asked him, and he said, "Oh yeah, sure, no problem." And then the next day he called me and he said, "Dawn, the girls are not comfortable." And I said, "Well, that makes sense. I mean, Maxine and I haven't been seen in a while either. So being filmed right now with the girls when we haven't been rehearsing in a while, it's kind of, we need some work." So I understand that. So why don't I have him come in and film the last day, like the day of the show? Because we have 4 days of rehearsal and then the show's on the 5th day. So why don't I have him come in and literally just record Maxine and I only. He's not gonna record Terry and Cindy. I understand it, because that'll be a breach of contract. Even though we didn't have a contract, I'll be in trouble if he records them too. If I'm giving you my word, then I'm going to keep my word. So he's only going to record Maxine and I. And he said, "Okay, I'll get back to you." And I'm still waiting. And that was 9 months ago, 10 months ago now. He never returned the call. He never said it was okay. The next day, the day that we did the show, I wasn't allowed to have anybody film. But the whole time we were rehearsing, Rhona was recording and taking photos and doing all kinds of stuff, and the girls were okay with that.
Right.
So it was partial. They were very partial to her and not partial to Maxine and I. They treated us like we were work for hire, and Rhona was an original member. And I was like, I can't, I will not be treated like a child. You know what I mean? Like, I just got here, just be happy to be a part of En Vogue. No, I'm not. No, because we created this whole thing as well. And we have the right to just as much carte blanche, as they say, as she does. She wanted to do what they call a boomerang. I think it is a boomerang for Instagram. And
Right.
Cindy and Terry were all too happy to get in the boomerang. And, "Ooh, yay, we're doing this with Rhona." And Maxine and I were like, "Okay." They said we couldn't record. We couldn't take pictures. And after a while, Maxine snapped her up and was like, "Rhona, you can't take no more pictures." And she said, "Oh, I'm not going to put it on social media." And she said, "I don't care. Your manager told Dawn that she couldn't have anybody record us, so you can't record us either. You can't," because after everything was over, even if she wasn't going to put it on social media that day, the fact that she was documenting it and having something for memory's sake for them to be able to look back on, that's all we wanted. Maxime and I wanted to have the same thing. We wanted to do a documentary, or a diva-mentary is what I call it. We wanted to be able to film that as well and have documentation on what we did with the girls for the first time in years. We haven't seen you in 10 years. We wanted to document that, and Rhona was getting everything, taking pictures. So was our choreographer. He was filming and taking pictures the whole time. And we were not allowed to. And that's when I told Maxine, I said, "I am not going to be around this situation. This is some bullshit. And I'm not having it."